Look bro, I used to be exactly where you are. I was scared to take action due to limiting beliefs that would continuously pop into my head every time I got the motivation to do something. You know, I had the motivation, I had the vision, I had the desire, but I just could never get past the limiting beliefs that would pop in. I eventually realized one thing: all your limiting beliefs are just figments of your imagination. All limiting beliefs stems from one unconscious thing that you don't really think about, and that is you aren't ready to experience discomfort. I could go all into how you need discomfort to grow, but that really doesn't do anything for you because there's not really an actionable step after it. What I'm going to do instead is literally break down every single limiting belief that you may have and how I managed to get past it. Pretty much every limiting belief on this list is a limiting belief that I have had, and it has kept me from taking action in the past. When a limiting belief is destroyed in this video, I expect you to take action within 24 hours of watching this video. Like no excuses, because I'm literally gonna just go through every single limiting belief. I actually conducted a poll and I asked you guys, what is something that you believe is holding you back from taking action? The most voted answer was, I'm not ready yet / I don't know how to do that. To me, this is the second most bullshit limiting belief, and we're gonna get to the first in a second. But saying you aren't ready for something or you don't know how to do something, to be honest with you, is honestly cope. Now, this isn't me trying to put you guys down or, you know, me just being a dickhead. This is just me being honest. You know, you don't need all the information in the world to take action. You don't need to know everything before you take action. You learn on your journey. That's part of the fun. You guys haven't seen all the gaming channels or challenge channels or whatever I made, and on those channels I never had to speak directly into a camera. You know, one of the things that was holding me back from actually starting this channel was the fact I didn't know how to speak into a camera. How do you learn to speak into a camera, bro? You speak into a camera. Now, let me give you a more, personal example. I consider myself really good at basketball. Do you think when I picked up a basketball for the first time at the age of 4, I was instantly Michael Jordan? No, well, for one, I was 4, but again, no, it's the same if I was 10 at the time. I'm not going to be Michael Jordan. But through hours and hours of practice and through hours of studying and then implementing what I studied into the game, I became way better at basketball. It's the same with business and taking action on anything. It's all about repetition. You get better with repetition. I had a bad habit of trying to take in all the information before starting. And while this is good for people who actually take action, it also creates a bunch of action fakers. Action fakers are people who feel like they're doing something productive, but they're really just staying stagnant. All you really need is the basic tools to start. If you have the basic tools, you have no excuse. If you have a camera, a microphone, all cameras have microphones in the first place, you can start. You have no reason to not be ready or not to know the information. You have all the world's information at your fingertips, brother. And you have to ask yourself the hard questions. You have to ask yourself, why am I not ready? Am I not ready to improve my life? Am I not ready to become a better man? These are the types of questions that you need to ask yourself because nobody else is going to ask them. These questions help destroy this crazy limiting belief for me. The next limiting belief, and the one I believe to be the most bullshit limiting belief, is I don't have time. I'll start later when I have time, or I'm too busy. Brother, look, you heard this 1,000 times. Everybody has the same 24 hours. It's just what you choose to do with the 24 hours. You and a millionaire has the same 24 hours. It's just what you choose to do with it. Now you might say, well, I sleep 8 hours a day. I go to school for 7. I have 2 hours of homework, and I have football practice for an hour. You still have 6 hours left. Oh wait, you spend 5 hours on your phone. I use the excuse, I don't have time so much, when in reality I had all the time. It was just how I was choosing to spend it. I did a monk mode period back in October and November, and during that monk mode period, or prior to the monk mode period, I averaged a screen time of 5+ hours a day. During monk mode, my screen time never went over 15 minutes. I'll pop a picture up if I have, and if I don't, then whatever. My screen time never went over 15 minutes, and that was my most productive period of time. Usually when people tell me they don't have time to do something, I tell them, or I ask them, what's your screen time? They pull it out and they instantly realize with 10+ hours of screen time where all their time is going. Now, I'm not saying phones are the root cause of you, making this limiting belief. The point that I'm making is you are throwing away your time to things that don't really benefit you. Whether you play video games for 2 hours, you use your phone for 3 hours, or you masturbate for 4 hours. you have to realize you're just throwing your time away. Also, saying you'll start later is straight bullshit, because you have to learn to work when the conditions are not perfect. If you're waiting for the conditions to be perfect, they'll never be perfect. You know, why would you only want to be able to work when, you know, everything's perfect, the weather's nice, you know, have all the time in the world? You need to learn to work when you're busy. Because if you learn to work when you're busy, you're going to learn how to deal with adversity. If you can only work when the conditions are perfect, right? Once things get busy, you're going to end up quitting. This is the craziest this craziest limiting belief, or the craziest cope that people create when they don't want to take action. Go look at your screen time, see where you're putting your time, and then you'll find yourself with more time. I promise you that. The next limiting belief we're going to be talking about is you lack the money or the resources. Before I started this channel, I used to think that I needed a high quality microphone, like some studio microphone, some, you know, $1,000 camera. But realistically, right, if you have a phone and a computer or a computer with internet connection, you can start almost everything. You know, everybody has a phone, everybody has internet connection, and if you say you don't, you're a fucking liar, because you're actually watching this video right now on a phone or a computer with internet. The point I'm trying to make is you don't need all the top of the line money or resources to start a new venture. There's this one brother that commented on one of my videos saying that I inspired him to make and post his first video. So I clicked on his channel and I watched his video, and not to be disrespectful to the guy, but the audio was terrible, and he had what I would assume to be an old camera or a phone. And you want to know what his first video was called? How to start without resources. And the message he was trying to convey was work with what you have. You know, he had terrible audio, he had a terrible camera, yet he still posted this video and took action. You have no excuse, brother. If you need money to start a business venture, bro, get a job. There's no shame in working a 9-to-5 to set yourself up for future entrepreneurial success. There's no shame in working a 9-to-5 period, but if you have bigger goals and aspirations, let your ego go for a second and do what you need to do to gain the money or resources you believe you need. The next limiting belief we're going to be talking about is other people's opinions. Now look, bro, I talked about this on the channel so much, I'm not even going to read off the script, right? I just lied, I looked at the script. I've talked about this on this channel so many times, right? If you're gonna let people who don't care about you influence your decisions, then so be it. The majority of people's opinions are bullshit, right? They don't care or know what's best for you, so stop letting them influence what you choose to do with your life. I used to worry what other people would think if they found my channel, and realistically, like, I couldn't give two shits anymore. You know, I'm just doing me, and if they want to waste their time and come over to make fun of me for having a YouTube channel, then I'm gonna let them, bro. I don't give a fuck, like, seriously. And maybe it's not people in general. Maybe it's a family member pressuring you to do something. What you need to do is show them results. You know, you never showed them that you can be disciplined, so they can't trust you that you won't give up the second things get hard. Work your ass off, show them results, and then move on. I don't know what to say. Like, show them results. That's basically what I'm saying. Show them results. Because if you just be like, oh, I'm gonna not go to school so I can do YouTube. Bro, you play video games. Your mom knows you play video games 6 hours a day, bro. So she's gonna be like, no. And then you're gonna get mad at your mom. You're gonna resent your bro. It's your fault. It's your fault that she doesn't trust you. So yeah, show them results, brother. Show them results. Now, this next limiting belief is one that I'm about to rip into a lot of motherfuckers for. And this limiting belief is the niche is too saturated. Usually people who say the niche is too saturated are people who are scared of competition. They just want the quick, easy path to success without having much challenge at all. Let me tell you a secret, brother. Saturated niches are the best niches. I'm gonna tell you again. Saturated niches are the best niches. There's people out there saying, oh, don't start a self-improvement channel, the niche is too saturated. Bro, think of a saturated niche as a pyramid almost, right? You know, at the top of the pyramid, you know, the top 1%, you have, let's use self-improvement as an example, right? So at the top of the pyramid, you know, you have people like Hamza, Dan Coe, CEO of Testosterone, First Man, Iman Ghazi to an extent, right? Those are the people you'll consider top of the pyramid. And in the middle of the pyramid, you know, you have your very mediocre channels. You know what I'm saying? Your mediocre channels, like, I would say I'm in here is basically people starting out that's not really delivering new information or being unique yet, but they're still not in it for a quick buck. Like they're trying to find their own way in their in the space. And then at the bottom of this pyramid, you have people like fucking Araco TV, or you know, those motherfuckers that make TikTok compilations or just masculine edits or whatever. Those type of people, right? You know those channels. I fell in that rabbit hole before, and I know you have too. But people who say a niche is saturated are the same people who are looking for a quick buck, or they just chase numbers. They don't actually care about the content they make. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about bettering someone else's lives but their own. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm starting this channel to make money, but at the same time, I want to make money while also improving people's lives. I'm improving my life while improving other people's lives. The people who say niches are saturated, they're only looking to benefit themselves. It's the same with like SMMA, for example. People are like, oh, Mets balls are fucking saturated. Yeah, bro, because you're coming in here and, you know, you're fucking, I don't even know, you're doing some shitty offer that everybody else is doing, and you're just trying to get in here, make a quick buck and get out. Realistically, right, saturated niches have the easiest competition. Seriously, they have the easiest competition. Saturated just means that really there's a lot of people doing it. That doesn't mean there's a lot of people doing it good. Enter a saturated niche, see where the holes are in the niche, and then dominate. Using the niche as saturated as an excuse shows where you are as someone who responds to competition. I've pretty much gone through every limiting belief that could have popped up in your head. If you have some unique one, join my Discord, talk about it, or say something in the comments. But yeah, go take action. Like I said, you have no excuse. I said within 24 hours of this video, if I destroy your limiting belief, take action. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Join the Discord down below. We just released. We're at like 12 members already, and yeah, see ya.